Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before I get started, the housekeeping notes, all the product I'm using, and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There is a link to my Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. There's also my email if you have any questions. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow in YouTube world. First off, I noticed my desk is quite crooked, or my camera is, but we'll deal with it. We're going to be playing again with Celebration, and today we're going to play with some new product out of the mini catalog. Still can't show you the catalog. It's not January 7th yet. So let me show you what we're going to be using today. Out of the Celebration, like I said, we're going to do both. Out of the Celebration, there is an embossing folder called Starstruck. It's these little like flowers or stars. It's very pretty. Little stars in the center there, if you can see them. So we're gonna use that. Now the mini catalog, there's a bundle, and it's called Hugs for Love, and it comes with a new punch, which is called, and I always get the name on, I have to go look up, To the Point Label Punch. I'm trying to get that at an angle so you can see it. Just got the little points here. And this is a bundle that you can purchase with 10% off on January 7th. Unless you want to become a demonstrator and get a discount, and you can do that and get this all in your pre-order now if you'd like. If you're interested, send me an email. So anyhow, this is what we're going to be using today. But I also wanted to show you another standalone stamp set that is in the mini catalog, and it's called Bright Borders, that also goes with this punch. So this is the bundle, and this is the standalone step. So when you're looking at this, look for the other one too, because it's really quite pretty and it's something you could use year round. So that's what we're going to be using today. Let me move some of this stuff over here. So what are we making? Well, we're making something very simple. It's a Valentine's card. Doesn't have to be. You can make it into something else. We have little stamping there. And it says, sending you a big hug. You see all the embossing back there. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to be keeping it simple. Like I said, it's almost Christmas and everybody's busy, so we're going to go that. The DSP I'm using on this is the 24 to 26 in color DSP. You can use any DSP you want. You go look at your scraps to make this kind of card. You don't need to go into a new package of paper. And when I'm all done, I'm going to show you one I did make with some scraps of retired product. So let's get started. I need some materials to work with. We have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, and this is Melon Mambo. We have a card base that is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 4 1/2. This is in Pretty in Pink. So, and then we have, I've got extra. This is a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. I did a couple extra pieces. And a piece of scrap for doing some stamping and punching on. So let's get stamping and embossing. So we need to stamp on this piece of scrap. I'm looking for my mat is what I'm doing. I buried it. And we're going to be stamping our envelope and the inside of our card. The only colors we're using are Pretty in Pink and Melon Mambo. So first I'm going to start with the front of the card. Now if you look at this, and if you look at your punch, flip it this way. You don't want to stamp this way on your paper. You want to stamp up and down because that's how this works. Okay? You want to go the same direction. That's with any stamp. It just, you save paper that way. Make sure I got S in there for scrap. It's so close to the other, I didn't want it to get mixed up. And this is Pretty in Pink. I'm just going to stamp that. That didn't turn out very well. Let's try that again. I didn't like the looks of that one. It's just paper. That's a little better. And then I'm going to be using Melon Mambo for our saying on the inside of this, which is sending you a big hug. Boy. Let me go back to this one here. It's okay. There, that's better. That one looks better. Or can I start all over? I'm really not happy with either of them, to be honest. If you don't like something, flip the paper over, do it again. No one's going to know but you and me, and you're not going to tell, are you? That does look better. Okay. The inside of the card, yeah, we'll do the inside of the card in a minute, is going to be stamped with, I'll look, make sure I got the same color scheme. We're going to use Melon Mambo first for Happy Valentine. Put that right in the center here. And then there's a big heart. Put that with Melon Mambo there. And then there's a little bunch of cluster little hearts. I'm going to do pretty in pink. Taking, just turning them so they're off at an angle slightly. That's the inside. And then on the envelope, oh, I forgot to stamp. You know me, I always forget a stamp. I wanted this one. Let me find a block it'll fit on. Nope, that's too small. This one will be overkill, but it works. On my envelope, I want to stamp this in pretty in pink in the corner. Always double check. I like the stripes on it. You see those little stripes in there? And then this one I just had in Flirty Flamingo, or Pretty in Pink, so I'm just tapping it off a little bit. And I'm going to take this in Melon Mambo and put those other hearts right inside of it. Like that. And I believe that is all the stamping for this card. Like I said, at the run up to Christmas, I was going to try to keep most of my videos shorter and, you know, keep things simpler. So let's get our piece embossed. So we are going to need a large embossing machine. And we are going to need a couple plates, which I did not get out ahead of time. So we're going to need plate 1. And this is not a 3D folder, so you just need two plate 3s. And we'll emboss this here. This does have a pretty straight pattern on it. That's why I'm making sure I've lined it up straight. You don't have to if you don't want to. And get this out of the way. All embossed. It's very pretty. And then we need to do some punching. We need to punch out this one here. I should get back in here so you can see. I always have a tendency to pull it towards me. Lining up those hearts. I'm just sort of holding in here until I make sure I get it where I want it and punch. And then my DSP I took out. I took this one. I'm going to stamp, punch out 2 of these. But we're going to use one of each side. Okay, let's build this card. I put the inside in. Like I said, I kept this thing fairly simple. Because I know it's only 2 days till Christmas and everybody's running around, as usual. And I'll put our embossed piece on. Whoop. I slid it. There we go. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this one we stamped. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of it. And then I'm going to use the dot pattern and this pattern. And I'll do this one this way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these on like that. Like I said, I'm going to show you another one I did with some scrap. I'll show you the scrap paper I used because I have a lot. And I wasn't showing new product and stuff, I'd probably show you all in scrap. But I would use, seriously, I'd use, go look at your supplies. You probably have something you could use. And we're going to pop this up here. And I'm going sort of in the center here. Just like that. And then we need some bling. And so I grabbed, these are the 24-26 Shimmer Gems in colors. And they have pretty in pink. And I'm going to use one of the large ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going right in the center of those little like star things. And just putting a little cluster. Yeah, I think I'll go right there. Just like that. And then I decided this needed a bow. So I just took some white baker's twine, put 2 pieces together and tied a little double bow. And grabbing a glue dot. And I'm just going to roll it up in a little ball and stick it right on the back of my knot. Make sure it's all pushed in there. And then I'm going to put this right here on the corner of my card. Just like that. I'm going to leave it just like that. And that's my very simple card for today. A lot of fun too, though. So I said I'd show you another one I made. This one was made, you're going to recognize this paper. It's called Simply Marvelous. It was a celebration item, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe. As you can see, I have a lot of scrap. A lot of scrap. So I just took one of these scraps and made this card with it. So look at your scraps. They don't have, you don't, like I said, this, you don't need a piece that's, oh, maybe 2 1/4 inches wide to do this. I made this one out of Gorgeous Rape and that Marvelous Marble paper. Used regular rhinestones on it. And did a purple version. So like I said, find whatever DSP you have and do any color you want. It all works. So everybody have a wonderful day. And I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you who watch my videos and to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I will see you after Christmas. Good day, and God bless you all.